In the days before the general election, our new Prime Minister made many statements about just how prepared for government the Labour Party was.
I have a cunning plan.
Yes, perhaps, but I think I may have a more cunning one.
Well, mine's pretty cunning, my lord.
In a July 2023 speech, he said, "My message to the country is simple. We have a plan for a better Britain." In August 2023, in an interview with The Guardian, he said, "We are not just presenting an alternative to the chaos of the last few years, we're presenting a detailed, credible plan that sets out exactly how we'll deliver the change the country needs." In an interview with BBC Radio 4 in September 2023, he said, "We've spent the last 3 years making absolutely sure we've got a detailed plan for the country." At his party conference in October 2023, he said, "We have a plan, a detailed plan for the economy, for public services, for the country."
How's how cunning you mean, my lord?
Well, I'm pretty damn cunning. How cunning do you think I mean?
For months we heard this rhetoric proclaiming detailed plans recited with a growing frequency.
Well, it's cunning and it's simplicity.
Maybe this reassurance convinced Rishi that he didn't need to give Keir more time to do his homework before calling the general election. Whatever Sunak's motivation, an early election was called, and we all witnessed the inevitable ousting of a government long past its best before date. I doubt there are many that will lament the exit of the Tory government, but that government was on the verge of agreeing universal bus lane access for motorcycles and announcing a formal review of motorcycle licensing. Had the election waited till the autumn, as most thought it would, the current mood of motorcyclists could have been significantly improved. Even though the Tories were steadfastly failing to publicly accept the logic of scrapping its daft plans to end sales of new internal combustion engine motorcycles, I have to say it may have been worth enduring a few more months of them just to secure the 2 positive motorcycle outcomes that were within reach. I heard more than one blue rosette-wearing politician explain that the delay on the decision to end ICE motorcycle sales was significant.
Not making a decision is a big decision.
This suggestion that the logical argument had in the secrecy of rooms beyond the glare of green scrutiny overcome the ideological push for stupidity is reassuring on some level. But it is meaningless in the face of the zeal of one red rosette-wearing Edward Samuel Miliband.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
There is nothing to be gained by wondering what might have been. But given Starmer's claim of a detailed plan ready to be executed from day one of his premiership, is it unfair now to ask what's the new plan for motorcycles? As we reminded all politicians during the election campaign, bikers are voters. We have an interest in the future of motorcycling. We want to see a clear plan from any government to deliver for us. We were asking for a move on motorcycling. Given Mr. Starmer's admission that he and his team had spent 3 years listening and planning, are we being gaslit? The only outcome for motorcycling so far is that Starmer has stalled all the progress we fought so hard to secure. Can we legitimately feel anger about the fact that since his party was ushered first past the post into number 10, there has been revealed a clear hole in the plan when it comes to motorcycling? We encourage members to write to their new MPs, to ask them what the shiny new Labour plan for motorcycling would look like. Would they quickly deliver the default bus lane access consultation result, announce a review of motorcycle licences, and finally put an end to 2 years of pointlessly trying to justify a daft policy to end the sale of ICE motorcycles? Of all the letters written, we only seem to have received a single reply of any note. The new Roads Minister, Lillian Greenwood, said in a short non-committal response, "I will work with my officials to determine the future plans on greening transport, including L category vehicles, and will set out these plans in due course.
We shall let you know in due course.
Set out these plans in due course, you say? So you mean you haven't got any plans yet, then? So the claims of a detailed plan were somewhat exaggerated. While twiddling my thumbs waiting for the great plan to be revealed, I kept my hand in on the lobbying front by writing to Angela Rayner. As she has the responsibility, as Secretary of State for Housing, Communities and Local Government, she should be aware, due to the detailed planning, of the need for her to issue a parking code of practice. Given the daft emission-based parking charges being proposed for motorcycles, and the consistently inadequate provision of fit-for-purpose secure motorcycle parking facilities, surely a code of practice would be a chance to do something for all those voting bikers. This is one of her responsibilities as a result of the Parking Code of Practice Act 2019. Surely she must have ideas for that in her list of planned work. Apparently not, though. The response came back, "Following the outcome of the general election, the new government will review these issues and announce its plans for the private parking sector and the code of practice in due course."
We shall let you know in due course.
In fact, I do wonder if she has been given direction to her desk yet, as she seems unable to even rubber stamp a reply. The response letter was signed off by Schumer from the correspondence unit. Not even the courtesy of a rubber stamp. Thanks, Minister. I do wonder if civil servants take periods of purdah and summer recess as an excuse to catch up on their flower arranging classes or complete their Ancestry.com family trees. They don't seem to do any real work, that's for sure. They don't appear to have briefed the new ministers on the bus lane consultation or the sense of reviewing motorcycle licences. I've also written to Louise Haigh, the new Secretary of State for the Department for Transport. She has spent her time talking up a bill to take back control of bus services. Yes, apparently coming up with original three-word slogans wasn't part of their plan either. She has found some time to do interviews with The Guardian, saying Labour's investment in cycling and walking will be unprecedented, though I'm not sure she has cleared this with Rachel Reeves and her £22 million black hole narrative. But one thing she has not done is reply to my letter asking for details of Labour's plan for motorcycling. No doubt I will receive her reply in due course.
We shall let you know in due course.